What is going on, guys? Ryozy here, and I have for you a deck profile on my Phantom Knights deck. It is mostly pure, but it's got a few little spicy options that I threw in there that I thought were kind of juicy, honestly. Juicy and spicy all together. So this week's going to be a bunch of deck profiles I have planned out. I want to make sure I get them all out of the way. So we're starting off the week with the Phantom Knights because we recently got the Legendary Hero decks. Though unfortunately I didn't have enough money to purchase them. Again, I don't have a job, so kind of picking up the money is a little hard. Only reason I had money for Comic-Con is because I got some from family just to take with me for the trip, so yeah, I don't have money right now. So just bear with me because this is usually the easiest way for me to give you guys deck profiles. I hope that nonetheless that you still enjoy. Now, if you are new to the channel and you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. If you maybe want to support the channel, you can become a patron. Links in the description below. I also have my email, which is connected to my PayPal, so if you type that into PayPal, you could send a donation through there. Or if you just want to send some stuff in to maybe rather A, help complete decks, or B, just be generous, you can go ahead and message me on my social media and we can discuss stuff you want to send in. So without further, let's not hold it off anymore, so let's get started. So, starting off, running triple copies of Destiny Hero Malicious. Malicious is just really good because I actually am running the Nat Beast engine in here, the one-card Nat Beast engine. The Malicious just to do that. Spicy option, Arima. Now, this is actually an considerably decent idea I had. I threw in Lair of Darkness in the deck because it can turn your one-card Nat Beast combo into potentially a Phantom Knight combo. Like, for example, you summon Armageddon Knight and you pitch off Malicious, you banish one Malicious to summon another, you link the two of them to make your Isolde. And then with Isolde's effect, you discard an equip spell from your deck to special summon your attack gainer. And then with Lair on the field, those two go from being both dark, meaning you can link them away to make your Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardige. Bardige. So that's my reason. Plus, you can always bring out Arima because with Lair, if we do tribute something, or our opponent tributes something, and they get a token to their field, we can put it in front of a link zone and make Summon Sorceress in front of it to special summon Arima from the deck by targeting the token with our Summon Sorceress, and then we can just use the Arima's effect to just tribute off an opponent's monster after bringing it out from the deck. Now, we don't get the draw or the search, but we still get the tribute, which is a little bit of a control aspect that we have for the deck, if needed. 3 Armageddon Knight, again, it's one card Nat Beast. Absolutely amazing to run. Double Goblinberg, you also need this for the one card Nat Beast. So the way that I do in this deck is I will summon out Armageddon Knight, ditch the Malicious, banish one of special Malicious from deck, link them for Isolde, banish another Malicious in the grave, special another, use the effect of Isolde to summon out your attack gainer, link the last Malicious with the Isolde to make your Summon Sorceress. Sorceress will target the attack gainer, special Goblinberg from the deck, Synchro for 5 to make your Nat Beast. So, only need 2 copies, really. It's a decent extender as well, because it can also help us make Isolde. Running triple Rag Gloves. Just one of needed Phantom Knights. Same with Cloak and Boots. These are the best Phantom Knight monsters that we can run in the deck. The only ones I feel that are needed, to be quite honest. The one attack gainer to make the Nat Beast, and that's it for the monsters. For spells, we are running 1 reinforcement in the army because this is a warrior-reliant deck, so we want to be able to search out any of our monsters possibly. That are any monsters, warriors possible. We have our 1 Foolish Burial because if we have a phantom, if we can send our Phantom Knights to the grave or a malicious, we can start gathering our resources to set up some plays. 1 Monster Born, just really helpful. There are some stuff you will really want to bring back from your grave. Like, for example, if you have your Breaksword in the grave, you can revive that Monster Born and then use the rank up magic spell to make your Supreme King Dark Rebellion. Which leads us to the rank up spell. We use it to make our Breaksword into Supreme King Dark Rebellion usually. Or we turn either one of these Dark Requiem. Next we're running Called by the Grave. We want to be able to play through hand traps with this deck. It's actually very aggressive, but you still want to use this deck first turn because we can make the Gnat Beast and then we can go ahead and set some Phantom Knights Fog Blades to kind of disrupt our opponent. Double Twin Twister, just in case we face back row. You want to main this because Sky Strikers are just roaming. So are Pendulums and True Draco. Ultrageist is kind of lurking as well. I opted to run a Different Dimension Reincarnation. I was going to just run 1 equip spell, but then I realized, you know what? If I have a second one in backup, that would actually be really helpful. And plus, this card has actually come up a lot where I've actually used the effect from hand and have made plays with it. So it's really helpful. And plus, if the card discards a Phantom Knights monster and I haven't used that Phantom Knights monster's effect yet, I can just get a search to replace the card I discarded. So I think this is a really nice tech option in the deck. 1 Moon Mirror Shield, if you draw this, it's no problem. You attach it to one of your monsters, get it to the grave, and then its effect will send it to the bottom of the deck. For what I mentioned, you can make Isolde into a dark monster when you summon the attack gainer. If you're not going for the Gnat Beast play, you can just make those 2 dark and then link them away to make your Rusty Bardaget. Running triple copies of Shade Brigandine, just a really nice extender in the deck. Nothing more really. It's just really helpful to see this card because you can link this away. You can use this card's effect to special summon it, then special your Silent Boots and make Isolde like that, and you wouldn't even have needed your normal summon yet. And then finally for the main deck, just one of our nice interruption cards. It's pretty much like a budget infinite impermanence. So it's really amazing to have this. And plus it's searchable. Now for the extra deck, we have 1 copy Naturia Beast. Again, Sky Strikers, Pendulums. This just shuts them down completely. Running 1 copy Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. Again, we summon this off our rank up play. 1 Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. We'll usually get this out with rather 2 level 4s, or we'll use Breaksword's effect to pop itself to get it to grave, and then summon 2 of our level 3 Phantom Knights from the grave as level 4s, and then we'll just overlay those into Dark Rebellion. Supreme King Dark Rebellion, as I said, you usually summon this by ranking up your Breaksword. 1 copy of Nightmare Shark. You can easily just make this with 2 level 3s, and then just hit your opponent directly for 2,000. Nice and easy. Double Breaksword. All honesty, you probably only need 1, but there may be a time where you could need a second one. It's overall really helpful. It's a nice control card, and it helps you combo off. So one thing I really like to do with this card is I like to overlay 2 of my Phantom Knights to make this first, then use this effect to pop itself in an opponent's card, thus bringing back 2 Phantom Knight monsters, and then what I can do from there is I can always link them away into Isolde, and then use Isolde to get attack gainer onto the field. And if I have Lair on the field, I can link those away to make the Phantom Knight Link monster afterwards. Otherwise, I could try to make the Gnat Beast afterwards by banishing one of the Phantom Knights I sent to the grave to Link Summon to get myself a copy of Shade Brigandine, and then I could always go ahead and make the Nat Beast that way. Or I can always make a Boral Sword or a Borload. So overall, really helpful to have Break Sword. It's a really good extender, and it's a control aspect card as well. One Borload Dragon, one Boral Sword Dragon, just some really nifty finishers, or just some big monsters that help us out in the long run. We have the space for them, and they're actually very easy to make. Ugh. One moment, guys. I need to kind of get my charger. Alright, now that that's in. The one copy of Summon Sorceress. For those of you who play in Europe or just don't have access to Summon Sorceress, I apologize, but having this card is just so helpful. You get to make your Nat Beast with it. It just completes the deck, honestly, in a way. It's just super helpful to have Summon Sorceress if you can get it. If you can't get Summon Sorceress and you don't have access to it, you can maybe swap it out for Decode Talker, or maybe if you feel like you're gonna go rank up your Dark Rebellion more than once into Dark Requiem, you can run a second Requiem. I don't really recommend that though. Or if you feel like you need the Nightmares, you could always put those in as well. If you really want to put in Nightmares, then you can probably take out one Break Sword and maybe one Rusty Bardaget or your Apprentice, because I actually haven't really made Witch's Apprentice. Actually, I have made that. I guess if you really can't afford Summon Sorceress, take that out and take out one Break Sword, and just run Cerberus and Phoenix for the Nightmare package. And if you want to run Unicorn, you could run that in the mix as well. Running 2 copies of Rusty Bardaget. I only really make one usually, but the second one's there just if I need it. Really good card. If you see someone next to this card's link, you get to destroy a card on the opponent's field. Or you can send a Phantom Knight's card from your Phantom Knight's monster from your deck to Phantom Knight's monster from your deck to grave to set one Phantom Knight spell or trap directly from your deck. So in a way, he's kind of like a Lilith for the Lair Darkness. Then we have 2 copies of Isolde. We run 2 copies in case our opponent stops one. We always have a backup one because we were running more than one equipped spell. So if we use the first one and we mill one of our equipped spells and they decide to negate it, it's fine. We can do it again next turn by making another Isolde, and we can just send our other equipped spell to some of the attack gainer directly from deck. And then lastly, Witch's Apprentice, just the generic Link 2 for Darks. Everything in this deck is pretty much dark. Lair Darkness makes everything in the field dark, so really helpful to have Witch's Apprentice for that point. Just can help us push for game by increasing our attack points. And then for the side deck, I'm running 3 Sphere Mode because I'm noticing a lot of decks popping up that make at least 3 monsters that are hard to get over. Running 3 Kaijus for the same purpose, to get over those monsters that are kind of interfering with your plays. Like, get rid of the Thunder Dragon Colossus. Spicy extra deck option I put in was Super Polymerization and Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Because with Lair on the field, everything becomes dark, so you can always use Super Polymerization to just use 2 of your opponent's monsters to make your Starving Venom. If they have one more monster, Starving Venom can gain that monster's attack points and hit over it. One more Twin Twister, again, back row decks, want to get past them. 3 Evenly Matched. Evenly Matched can also work against back row decks, so we run it as well. And then 3 Red Reboot for back row as well. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe for more awesome content. I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck. I actually really enjoyed playing it. So, that's going to be it. Like, comment, subscribe. This is Ryoza signing off.